Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and we are going off to the final dungeon slash world slash whatever you'd call it. It is located on the 3rd floor, that is where the time hole is. Of course, the final dungeon time hole would be on the top floor. It's probably in the very center, too. Probably electrocuting as well. Like, just electric sparks flying everywhere, because that's how evil it is. I'm sure. Also, they still have not fixed that boardwalk thing. Also, yay, a mushroom. I totally needed that. Thank you so much, Toads. Honestly, I probably should have scouted through this entire castle to grab all the items in the very beginning, but I didn't. Oh well, it really doesn't matter. Obviously, I went just fine without them. Oh, and hey, look at that, I was right. Also, we got some wild trousers. Those are okay, I guess. Going to go ahead and check them out. Wild trousers, lower on everything, so never mind. Probably should have went and grabbed those a while ago, actually. See, look at that, all that electrocution. But what's over this way, quickly? Oh, we have another one of these coin things. I just kind of spent all my coins. I don't know, they really don't look to be all too useful to me anymore. But who knows, maybe I can finally beat 30. Maybe. Let's try. Can I beat 30? It's not looking too good right now, to be quite honest, because I'm going somewhat slow at this. Oh, 26. Okay, well that's 260 coins I'm never going to use. Oh well, also what am I doing? Looking at my number of beans, just because. I don't know, I'm not going to get anything else from Fawful's Bean Shop, but it's totally an option. However, I do think that I am pretty close to 42 beans, so if I could at least get that amount, that would be great, because 42 is my favorite number, in case you still don't know. There's also that bean all the way up there, but I don't feel like figuring out how to get it. Okay, so I now have 42 beans. So I'm just going to keep that number of beans. I'm not going to grab any more whatsoever, just because 42 is in fact my favorite number. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this final time hole. Let's go. Kind of happy music for going into Princess Peach's castle slash Shroob castle. I know that they play that song every single time, but still. And here we are. Okay, so first off, here's that door, which we need to use the Cobalt Star in order to open it, but it's not finished, so hopefully close enough. Maybe. Will you be able to break open the seal? Hopefully. It's shining. That's a thing. Is it working? Oh, you made the entire arms disintegrate. Alright. So, we got in. Awesome. At least it's not like a certain Turtle King that just leaves his front door open. So there's that. We actually had to work to open up that door, rather than just walk right on in. So that makes sense. Oh, Luigi, come on. We've been going on for so long. You've got to see it through. We're getting there. We're so close. Just this one final castle. And plus, there's a lot of pink. It doesn't seem to be that scary. It should be fine. Famous last words. Alright, so first off, here we have the Tashroombas or something like that. Tashroombas. And they are really fast. I swear, that bubble falls just as quickly as the thwomp from before. The earlier version of it, the easier version, but otherwise it's just the same, just faster, more powerful, but it's just the same as the Tanoomba. And they also still turn into neat looking things like coins and stuff. Here we have a bit of a shortcut system all throughout the castle. Also, I'm going to show that guy off later when I can better show off his abilities or whatever. I killed him too quickly that time, I guess. But just in case you get like a third of the way through the dungeon, you find a pipe, you can link it through there, and then you can go back to Peach's castle if you want. So that's a thing that you can do. Okay, and we have even more coins that I'm never going to use. And they have the Shroob Mothership music playing yet again, which is nice, it makes sense. Okay, so there's a button up there, but we can't get up there, so we have to put our babies through yet another light section. And you know what, last time, I was saying like, oh my god, these light sections, I did really bad on that light section, and then I did awesome at it. I'm pretty sure that this is the one that I was remembering. Now that I look back on it, I am indeed sure that this is awful. Well, first off, that's too high for us to jump in case I couldn't notice. So we have to, oops. Look at me trying to be all sneaky and trying to pass through this place without any light. Yeah, like that's going to work. Obviously it is. But a lot of these pathways are just really thin, so you have to be really careful. Whoa, okay, we got really close there. And there we can hit that exclamation block, and that will cause that to fall down. So now I can jump across that. Oh, careful. I'm jumping in the dark. There are spikes everywhere. Honestly, awesome. How are the babies' feet, like, not just ultimately destroyed? Like, just nothing, just a bloody pulp, really. Look at all these spikes. And also, why does baby Luigi get hurt? Even though it's only baby Mario that falls into the spikes sometimes. That doesn't make sense whatsoever. Also, moving platform, that's different. Do they, like, share their pain? I don't know. Okay, well, let's try to hit this one while... There we go, that worked out okay. Okay, just pass on through here. I think we're getting close to the end here. Just gotta be careful. There's an item over here that I want. It's a bunch of coins that I'm not going to use at all. And, oops. I hate it when the question block just kinda stops the jump, or whatever. Also, I like how I almost fell off again. I also like how I managed to jump over that pit in the dark. I've gone through this thing so many times that I can fall in the spikes yet again. And also I can tell when the pit is there, I guess. I've just kind of got most of this place mapped out. Also, it looks like the babies are floating in midair there. That should not have worked. Okay, let's hit the block for the 8 millionth time. Let's not miss that thing this time. There we go. And head on down. Send yet another shine sprite. God, if only getting shines in Super Mario Sunshine were this easy. That would have been great, although they are kind of out of reach. Although I could use the rocket nozzle to grab them. So yeah, my point still stands. And finally, that wasn't as bad as I remembered it being, but it was still pretty bad. And now a question block is going to shoot out of her questionable area. Okay, sure. Let's go ahead, hit that, make a bridge, and pretend that never happened. And that's pretty neat how the bridge is made out of little shroob mushrooms. Mushroobs, if you will. Oh, I'm so punny. Alright, well, now that half the video is gone from that, again, waiting till we can find a better fight with that guy. And let's head on down here. And it looks like we have a whole lot more items. And another switch. That wasn't a difficult puzzle in the slightest. In fact, that was wholly unnecessary. Oh well. Just go ahead, grab this stuff. Bro flowers. A bunch of single coins. Totally useful, thank you game. And 20 coins as well. The game really knows what I want. Okay, so that's first map done. Awesome, that was quick. And now, here's a huge map. My god. Okay, but first off, we have some level ups. It's been a while since we've had a level up, I think. Oh well. There we go, we got +1 power, even though we could have gotten so much more. And here we have +2 power, which is slightly more. Oh well. Actually, on my second playthrough that I was doing in order to get back to where I was, because I accidentally cut it out earlier or whatever, I lost the footage basically, one way or another. I was getting very good pulls on the slot machine, and really my stats were just a whole lot higher. Still waiting on that snooze orb for a different fight. You'll see it eventually, I swear. By the way, its name is Snooze Orb. We'll get into why it's called that later. Okay, there's a toad, except he has a purple tail coming out of his back. Awesome. He is a furry, I guess. Okay, but first what I'm going to do is basically clear out all these rooms of the enemies, and then I'm going to solve the puzzle here, and that's pretty much going to be the video. So I'm going to walk around, clear enemies and items. what I can at least. There's some stuff here that you can't reach. Also, yay, Luigi broke 100 power. And he also got a +6, which is pretty nice. Also, these are some weird looking tree trunks. Ultra Drop's nice, except I never use those, but still, they're good. I just never really use items in battle because I barely ever get hit. And usually, when I do, I usually just use 1-up or a 1-up super and heal whatever damage was taken from that. And I'm also going to wait to show those guys until later. But they aren't as new, they're just recolors of the enemies from Toad Town slash, yeah, basically just a recolor of the enemies from Toad Town and Star Hill. They move faster, they have more power, that's really fast actually. And they have more HP, they're more powerful and faster basically, that's it. Also try and copy flowers, and they're totally going to work. I'm not nearly as good at this one, just because. See, not good at all. However, when they get hit, sometimes apparently, but they could possibly heal one of the other party members. Guessing that he didn't do it that time because I hadn't done any damage to any other one. So yeah. Also, those Shroob Rexes in the back there, they are kind of like the Rexes. Wow. That was a lot of damage. See how powerful the mixed flowers are? I like them. But the Shroob Rexes were kind of like the Rexes in the first game that you found back at Hoo Hoo Mountain, I think it was, something like that. Where when you hit them, they will shrink down. You have to hit them at least once to be able to dodge their attack, but twice if you want to have an easier time. So if you're in a battle with those guys and you refuse to use a bros item to quickly kill them or whatever, aim for those guys first to shrink them down to something that you could possibly jump over. Because it really is impossible to jump over them if you haven't jumped on them at all in order to make them shrink a bit. Otherwise, they mainly just charge at you. They also have a ground pound attack that will send shock waves towards your bros. These games really like those types of shock waves attacks that just send like a couple waves at you to hurt you. And killing these guys, getting more levels. See how good the EXP badge A's are? Or rather just one of them. I don't know whether the effect will stack or not. If you give both your bros one of them and have them both use a bros item, will that stack and you'll get 40%? I don't think so, but then again, I never really tried it / don't know. Either way, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we have pretty good levels as it is. As long as you fight all the enemies on the screen for every single room, you shouldn't have to level grind at all. Of course, you'd also have to be at least mediocre at dodging for that to work, but it really isn't that difficult. And still not showing that guy, just pretend he doesn't exist. I'm pretty sure I eventually show a battle with him. Pretty sure I don't think I cut them all out. Now I'm starting to wonder. Well, there's yet another one, Baby Mario leveling up yet again. And some of these areas we're not going to even be able to go to until later on. We're only going to be able to explore, I don't know, like 4/5 of this floor. Like, for instance, we can't do anything in this room for now. We'll come back to it later when we have access to it from a different area. Also remember these gigantic laser ship things on posts. I don't even know. Just remember them. It's kind of like the Glitz Desert, or Glitzy Desert rather, with the dry bones and whatnot. So, yeah. Basically what we're trying to do is get rid of that mushroom on top of that pipe. No, we're trying to open up the door. No, we're trying to get rid of the mushroom that is covering the block so that we can hit the switch to open up the door. Yeah. That is what's going on here. Just on the map, it just kind of looks like the mushroom is blocking the pipe a little bit. And here we have yet another one of these things. Also, I have leaked coins for 2 seconds. I just noticed that then, but no longer, apparently. But that was kind of neat. Good thing I noticed it right before I started doing this thing, otherwise I would have missed it. So, yay! Oh, Baby Luigi. I think Baby Luigi screwed up just about every single one of those, except for that one in Princess Peach's castle earlier in the video. I think that was Baby Mario's fault. Apparently they don't know their colors and letters or something, I don't know. Well, I think that's pretty much it for this area. of all of its enemies, except for those guys up there, but we'll get to those later. We can't reach them at the moment. So now we're going to go around and activate these laser shooty things. Indeed, that is their scientific name, laser shooty things. Patented by Shroobs. So hopefully I don't get a copyright claim by showing off their shooty laser things. That would be bad. So I'm going to have my babies wait here just because the bros have the bros ball. And so they can move faster through this area, although I'm not using it right now. I don't know why not. Will I eventually think of it? I think I just forgot that the bros ball existed entirely. I honestly have no idea why. There's another bean spot right there. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's go. Yep. Completely forgot it existed. Awesome. Let's go ahead. Shoot that there. You have 9 seconds. Hit it with the other one. You should have your other set of bros already set up to hit it. And then when you activate both, the laser will shoot. See, it's exactly like Glitzy Desert. Also, what am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, so, yeah, I kind of got really lost big time when it actually is incredibly simple. I was just being dumb / remembering the wrong things. Like, I remembered that eventually you have to walk along those walls there. You can kind of see that little arrow, though, showing that you can walk on them. And you walk on them eventually, but I was thinking you had to do that now, so I was constantly trying in different areas to get my babies up there using the baby spin. It doesn't work. We actually do that later. I was just being dumb. So yeah, you just literally just go to these 4 rooms, hit the lasers, and that's it. There's nothing special about it. See? I mean, it's really that simple. Also, I'm still questioning whether I had shown a snooze orb or not. I sure hope I did. If not, then you can probably see them elsewhere, and if you're playing the game, then you're going to fight one eventually, unless you're dodging all the enemies, which I don't see why. Now I remember that the Bros Ball exists. Awesome. So we can just speed on along here, dodge all these weird tree trunk things, and hopefully find a pipe block. There's not a pipe block in here? Wow. There's a pipe block in like every single room, except for the room that has the 4 pipe thing, which usually those rooms have one. Oh well. Okay, so can't really reach it. Let's go ahead, baby, spin them up there. They can hit the switch, and next time we will explore what is in this door. So I will see you all then with rhyming. Goodbye.